The 951st edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is picking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, Degenerinos. Welcome to episode 851 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Leroy. If you know, you know. I wonder if anyone knows who that is. So we'll see. Hit me up if you know who Leroy is without Googling it. I am still Baby Goose, Jeff Fox. I'm going to get a new nickname eventually, I'm sure. That is Daniel Gumby Vreeland. Today is the other half. I know the hotly anticipated other half of our UFC fight night, Bonfim versus Brown breakdown. It does not matter if the fight card is good, we can still make money on it regardless. So it's UFC fight night. No, UFC Vegas 111 is what it's called. So we've sat through 111 Apex cards. That means Gumby. Good.
I think we've broken them all down.
Yeah. Yeah. We started
right about in the pandemic.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We probably started right when they were doing these. So yeah, hooray for us and hooray for
we were there for Fight Island 1.
Yes, we were, weren't we? Oh, the good old days, right? All right. So yesterday, we mostly agreed on the fight. So a lot of decent lines on the prelim portion. Any interest in any of these matchups? Any lines that surprised you?
Can I tell you about a line that surprises me that I looked up from yesterday? So if you guys listened to yesterday's show, first of all, thank you. And second of all, if you haven't, go back and listen.
That's nice.
But on that show, I mentioned that I kind of liked the idea of betting Tisha Pennington versus Denise Gomes to go to a split or majority decision. Do you want to guess? Do you want to guess what the books have that lined at right now?
It
calling
a super high, but I'm guessing it's not as high as it should. I plus 350, but it's probably.
Oh, you nailed it.
That number came into my head. Wow, that's crazy. Right?
Plus 350, which is
how much are those usually? I never play
those. They're usually like 800, 1,000. You know, it sort of depends on how the fight looks and like whether or not there's a chance that it's even going to a decision. So like most likely that fight's going to a decision anyway. So like it's going to be a touch lower, but like 350 is like you can get like finish props for 350. Now we're betting Sal D'Amato props here. Yeah,
exactly. Whoa, that is interesting. So get in on that, ladies and gentlemen. At least a sprinkle here. So yeah, if Gumby's not even interested in the fight card, then you know this is going to be an interesting event. It's going to be a fun episode regardless. Yeah, that's what Dana White says. You don't know. You haven't watched it yet. He doesn't get that. That's not what people aren't complaining about whether the fights are fun. They're complaining about meaningful fights. But anyhow, let's dive into it. After I remind you, college basketball has tipped off. So make sure to subscribe to the College Experience to catch their daily podcasts and download the SGPN app for free college basketball picks. All right, let's dive into the second half. UFC Fight Night, Bonfim versus Brown, Saturday. 4 p.m. were the prelims, so 7 p.m. start time would be the main card, ESPN Plus, for a few more events. In the Apex, as per usual, I sound excited, right? We'll kick things off with the not bantamweight. That would be crazy if these guys are bantamweight. A middleweight fight, Marco Tulio, Brazil, Christian Leroy Duncan from England. We'll tell you about CLD first. That would be Duncan, 12-2, 9 knockouts, 1 submission, never been finished in a fight, 5-2 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight and 4 or 5. Knockout win in his last bout. Cage Warriors champion in a past life. 2 inches taller than Tulio, 5-inch reach advantage, a year younger. He has outstruck his opponents by 1.89 strikes per minute, plus 165. Matuto is Tulio's nickname. 14-1, 10 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out once. 2-0 in the UFC. It's part of a 10-fight winning streak. 4 straight of those have come via TKO. Last loss September 2018. 2-0 in Contender Series. Better striking stats and grappling stats and more active landing strikes than Duncan based off of I guess we got 4 fights sample size for Tulio. He's outstruck his opponents by 5.01 strikes in that span, minus 140. I'm going to go dog right out the gate here. CLD, kind of like him. I know Tulio is kind of flashy. He does spinning stuff. He's super explosive. But yeah, the level of competition is insanely different between these two. Duncan has fought way better people even before he entered the UFC. And he's also way bigger. and I think he can hang on the feet. This is more than likely he's going to stay on the feet. So both these guys like to strike. I'll take the dog here. CLD.
Yeah, I don't think he can hang with him on the feet. I think
you're not a big fan of him, though, are you?
I think a really good indicator that he can't hang with him on the feet is how good Marco Tulio looked against Yusuf Belagori, who in retrospect, that's a wild win. I know you were talking about the strength of schedule being particularly good for CLD, but like the Contender Series fight that didn't impress Dana White was outstriking Yusuf look at how good that dude's looked since coming to the UFC, right? His debut fight the other day was insane. He looked like he couldn't be touched on the feet, and Tulio handled him pretty easily. The other thing is I just think we've seen enough of CLD against guys who like are also good strikers to know that like he's not going to outstrike good strikers. Like he does a perfectly good job of being the technical approach guy against guys who aren't the technical approach guy. But like, look when he fought, what was it, Armen Petrosian? Like, he just wasn't going to hang with Armen Petrosian on the feet. Like, he's a good striker if he's going to strike against, you know, some of these middleweights that he outstruck, right? But like,
oh, you say that so derisively. These middleweights.
Well, you know, middleweight is like notoriously one of the worst.
Yes.
And like, too, if you look at the guys he's beating, like, do any of them stick out to you as being like, oh man, that guy's a really good technical striker, and you beat him in that realm?
I'm not going to argue against myself here, so no, I'm not going to answer that question.
No. So the answer is no. But like, I get the appeal of him. Like he's like you said, he's got like a lot of experience, and he's looked good at moments against pretty much everybody, except for those guys who I think are really good technical strikers. And I think Tulio can bring that kind of style. He's rangy. I think he's equally as dangerous and better at staying out of danger. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Marco Tulio here.
All right. Like I said, last episode, we have to differ if there's any chance for me to catch up to Gumby. So we'll see if we differ here. We're going down to bantamweight. Ricky Simón, United States. Raoni Barcelos from Brazil. So a couple of OGs here going at it. We'll tell you about Barcelos first. 20-5, 8 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. That's durability right there. 9-4 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight. Before that, he lost 2 straight. He's got 4-4 over his last 8. He last lost a fight August 2023. Used to fight up at featherweight. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. 2012 Pro MMA debut. BJJ gold medalist and a wrestling champion. An inch of height over Simón. More active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents in the UFC by 0.47 strikes per minute. He's at plus 155. Simón, 22-6, 7 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted once. 10-5 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight. Before that, he lost 3 straight, and he's gone 7-3 over his last 10. He used to fight at 145. A former LFA champion, which we had a lot of yesterday. 2014 Pro MMA debut. 2 inches of reach over Barcelos, 5 years younger. He's been outstruck by 0.79 strikes per minute. He's at minus 160. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ricky Simón. You know, as much as, you know, the 3-fight win streak of Barcelos is like kind of intriguing to me. Like it's pretty much the same way every time, right? Like he's just like a little bit better of a grappler than you ever expect him to be. But right, like the Peyton Talbot fight is a perfect example. Like he just wore down Peyton Talbot, hit 100 takedowns, and it was before Peyton Talbot decided he could just go into the lab and become a great wrestler overnight. And and like he figured it out and whatever. But like this is before he figured it out. I think the idea of anybody trying to be the better wrestler than Ricky Simón is like kind of crazy, right? Like, you know, Umar didn't even really wrestle him all that much. Like Umar decided to throw hands with him, and granted, he caught him and tagged him, but like that caught him and tagged him is kind of the way you have to beat Ricky Simón, right? Like that's how Uriah Faber got him. That's how Umar got him. You know, like that's kind of like that's the way to beat Ricky Simón. And I just don't see Barcelos doing this. Like Barcelos probably going to have to work off of his back for the vast majority of this. I could see Barcelos not being able to keep the same pace as Ricky is. You know, like I know he's been able to do it in the past, but like not against somebody who wrestles like Ricky, who brings the noise like Ricky does. And I think like that probably wears him down late. Wouldn't be surprised with a ground and pound finish. Also, like Ricky kind of sneakily has hands too, right? Like he's thrown some bombs once in a while and kind of knock people out. So, you know, knockout on the feet wouldn't surprise me either. Cause like Raoni is not like a slick striker or anything like that. So Yeah, I'll take the grappling prowess of Ricky Simón here.
Yeah, I second that emotion. Better grappler, younger, good striker as well, as Gumby said. Just probably more dangerous overall in my books, and he's going to be more physical in this fight too, which I think is going to be a key factor here. So not going to get bullied around for sure. So Ricky Simón is the pick. Before we get you some more winning picks, reminder that we're brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. They have easy deposit, lightly fast payouts using crypto. Check out the UFC lines for this event over at MyBookie. And when you do head there to mybookie.ag, sign up with our promo code MMA SGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMA SGPN. And No Vig. We're also brought to you by No Vig, N-O-V-I-G, all one word. No Vig is America's #1 sports prediction market. No Vig, you're getting the best prices. They have reduced juice. No Vig is available in 35 plus states. Download the No Vig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with No Vig, promo code SGPN. Back to the fight card. We are going up to 155 now. Bonfim number 1, Ismael Bonfim from Brazil. I think he's the older one too, so he is Bonfim number 1 versus Chris Padilla. You may wonder who Chris Padilla is. I'll let you know. There you go. Gumby let the cat out, the taco out of the bag. Taco Padilla. They're fighting 155. We'll tell you about Taco first. 16-6, 8 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted twice. 3-0 in the UFC as part of a 6-fight winning streak. He last lost May 2022. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpods.com/store. 01 Bellator, RIP. 2014 Pro MMA debut. Used to fight at 170. And he's inch taller than Bonfim, 3-inch reach advantage. Better grappling stats than Bonfim. He's outstruck his opponents in the UFC by 0.45 strikes per minute, plus 200. Murata. They love Murata nicknames almost as much as Ronda nicknames in Brazil. Murata is 20-5, 9 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted 4 times. That is not durable. 2-2 in the UFC. Lost over his last 3. 14-2 over his last 16. TKO loss in his last belt. 1-0 on Contender Series. He's a regional champ. He's fought at 135, 145, 170. 2011 Pro MMA debut. Better striking stats and more active landing strikes than Padilla. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.63 strikes per minute. He's at minus 182. I'm going to go dog again here. I'm taking Taco. Better grappler, which you don't say often about a Bonfim, but I guess this is the lesser of the Bonfims. He's not quite as good of a grappler. I like his length. I like the momentum he's on. He's on a nice roll. He's not fought the competition that Bonfim has. Bonfim's better on the feet, but I still think Padilla is worthy of a splash here at twice my money. So give me Taco.
I'm going Taco Padilla too.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised you are. Yeah,
I am too.
But the piece for me, you mentioned, I won't go as far as to say he's better than Bonfim on the ground. And I won't even go as far to say he's better than Bonfim on the feet. I think he actually might be worse in both places. But he's more dangerous everywhere. And that's slowly becoming the thing that I kind of have trouble with maybe both Bonfims for that matter. Is that as we've seen them progress, they went from being on the regional scene dudes who are like, man, these guys could finish you at any point in time. And then it's turned into these guys probably won't finish you at any time, And and it's cost him fights too. It cost him the Salikhov fight. It cost him the fight. Well, I guess, but he never really had any chance with Benoit Saint Denis. But like the Salikhov fight is like a great example of just like he let him hang around in that fight without going after him. And the thing about Padilla is like Padilla will find a way to get you out of there. Like, what was it? Wrong Zhu that he hit with that elbow that just immediately shut his whole eye. And they had to stop the fight. Like, cause that's just how dangerous Taco is all the time. So, whether it's on the ground or on the feet or in transition between the two of them, Taco Padilla is just like dangerous all the time. And I will take that danger here against a guy who I think kind of gets a little bit complacent from time to time. So give me Taco Padilla.
All right, give us all the danger here. I guess it's good. Yeah, it's fine. I guess it's good that the Gumby's agreeing with me. I can't get catch up on you though, but nonetheless, we are moving up to 170 now. Muslim Salikhov from Russia. Uroš Medić from Serbia. 35-minute rounds, 170. We'll tell you about the king of Kung Fu. That would be Salikhov. 22-5, 15 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 9-4 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight and 4 out of 6. 2 straight wins via KO. Used to fight at 185, 2011 pro MMA debut. Gold medalist in Sanda as a Olympic participation sport. Muay Thai champion as well. Better grappling stats than Medić. He has outstruck his opponents in the UFC by 0.47 strikes per minute. He's at plus 175. The Dr. Medić. Dr. Medic sounds better, but on paper it looks like Medic. 11-3, 9 knockouts, 2 submissions. So he's finished everyone. He's been knocked out once, submitted twice. So he owes his rounds, definitely. 5-3 in the UFC. Lost win over his last 4. 4-2 over his last 6. He won his last bout via KO. Fought at 185 and 155. Won no contender series. 2 inches taller, an inch of reach over Salikhov, 9 years younger. More active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by almost 2 strikes a minute. 1.97 is the number, minus 167.
Man, I went back and forth on this one, but I'm going to go Uroš Medić. Salikhov's really dangerous all the time. He's also really chinny all the time. And kind of this.
He's only been knocked out twice, but yeah, I know what you're saying though.
But kind of by guys who you wouldn't expect to be knocked out, right? Like Li Jingliang, I remember getting him. I remember watching that fight and just being like, really? That's the strike that got you? And it's like, it's been too recently too, right? Like the other knockouts not that long ago either. And again, I want to say it was somebody who you were like, maybe wouldn't expect, but he's kind of a little bit chinny. Uroš Medić is kind of a little bit chinny. And I was like, maybe you could find a way for Salikhov to find that early strike. But I think what it comes down to is just like, Medić is just way cleaner with his boxing. Who is the combination I just watched? Oh, was it Tim Means that Medić knocked out? And I just watched that combo. It's like such a filthy like slip and rip. And like that's kind of what it boils down to. Like I know that Salikhov is going to throw a bunch of weird spinning back kicks and probably be tired. And probably tired in like 4 minutes too. But like both of them are going to be super dangerous early. I'll take the guy who I think is just like a little bit better boxer. Because I think both of them could get knocked out anytime. The real play on this one, I know this isn't what we do on the show. We just say who we would take on the money line all the time.
No, go right ahead.
The real play is under 1.5, right? Like somebody's going to sleep. They're going to sleep in the first 7.5 minutes. The real play is under 1.5. I see it right now for negative 160. It's better than any of the money line pieces you can get.
I'm going to go with Salikhov. Why not? Right? They're going to throw down. Someone's probably going to go to sleep. So I'll take my chance with Salikhov. Like I wrote him off quite a few fights ago, and
I've written him off 100 times. I think I wrote him off when they hired him. I think I wrote him off when he
still seems to have life left in him. So Medić is dangerous though. But like Gumby said, the real play maybe within 1.5 or even less than that. So, but I'll take a stab on him. Why not? Old men got to stick together. All right. Before we get to the last 2 plays here, Underdog. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your play. Gumby probably has a play for you right now. I have a feeling.
Yeah, there's only one basketball game tonight here on Thursday, and it's the Clippers versus Jeff's Phoenix Suns here. And I'm gonna go with the higher than on Ivica Zubac's rebounds. I love me a rebound prop. The guy's got 41 in his last 3 games, which is an insane total. So we're going to take the higher than on Zubac's rebounds.
All right. Take that and take this. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMA SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just added the NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, a play, please.
Yeah, I won't hate on your Suns here. Instead, I'll kick it over to football, and I'll take the Denver Broncos Thursday night football, laying 9.5 at the Raiders' feet. I think they cover that 9.5. Raiders aren't good. Broncos seem to be, depending on how Bo Nix is playing that day, good. So I'll take Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos.
All right. See if Rhythm agrees with Gumby. You can do that with a promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app, RITHMM. That way you get 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, use promo code SGPN25, and you will be set. 2 fights to go. Co-main event, of course. Matt Schnell versus Joseph Morales, both the United States. They're fighting at 125. So I'll be flyweight. Tell you about Danger Matt Schnell, 17-9 with 1 no contest, 2 knockouts, 9 submissions. He's been knocked out 5 times, submitted 3 times. 7-7 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's gone 1 in 3 over his last 4, 2 and 4 over his last 6. He won his last bout. Used to fight at 135, 1-1 the Ultimate Fighter, 2012 Pro MMA debut, 2 inches taller, an inch reach advantage over Morales, twice more active landing strikes. He's been outstruck just barely. He's at minus 0.04, so pretty much a wash. Plus 200 for him. Bopo Morales, 13-2, 2 knockouts, 7 submissions. He's been knocked out once, 2-2 in the UFC over 2 stints. However, he's won 4 straight and 4 of 6, 2 straight wins via submission. Last lost a fight November 2018. He went 2-0 in the Ultimate Fighter and won his way back into the UFC through that. Champion there. About to reach your championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirt, get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. 2014 Pro MMA debut, 4 years younger than Schnell, better striking and grappling stats than Schnell. He's been outstruck, but just barely as well, minus 0.09, so it's a wash as well. Minus 265.
Is it me or you?
It's me. The line's probably wide. Gumby's probably going with Schnell, but I'm going to take Morales here. I like what I've seen from him in his rebirth, so to speak. Ground, I think he's better on the ground than Schnell. Schnell is dangerous, and the nickname fits him well. He's a tough guy to face here, so that's why this is not a really great line, but I think Morales is probably going to win the fight, so give me Joseph Morales.
I actually don't mind the line at all. I'm all over Joseph Morales.
Okay, I forgot you like him too.
Yeah, well, and I was just going to say, when I was about to interject there and realized it wasn't my turn, I was going to say, I think the stats are even a little misleading on him. You're talking about him being outstruck. That was a whole different Joseph Morales. He went 0-2, what was that, 100 years ago? He's
it
not
was exactly, 100 years ago.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And he's not that fighter anymore. And like, you mentioned 2-0 on the Ultimate Fighter. I feel like that doesn't even really put a good glimpse into like how good he was on that show, because he opened the show by upsetting Eduardo Chapelin, the LFA champ. Like in the first fight, he subbed the LFA champ in the first round. And like that is like above average ground game, because Chapelin has looked great for LFA. And if I'm not mistaken, just beat Antoine Ho in Contender Series. So like we're talking about, having a really, really, really excellent run here. And then what he did to Alibia Diris in the finals was, really superlative. So I'm really in on the grappling of Joseph Morales. I think it has gotten head and shoulders better. I love the wrestling aspect of it. And Schnell has got some pretty poor takedown defense. I think, if you look at it historically, it's under 50%. I think you're going to see him give up a lot of takedowns. He's probably going to throw up a ton of triangles, but I like the grappling defense of Joseph Morales. And I think that's going to carry the day for him.
All right, lock it in. We got our main event of the evening, 170 pounds. Bonfim number 2, the better of the Bonfims. Gabriel Bonfim, Brazil. Randy Brown from Jamaica, 5-minute rounds, 170 pounds. We'll talk about Rude Boy Randy Brown first. 20-6, 8 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 14-6 in the UFC, 4-1 over his last 5. Won his last bout via knockout. Regional champ. 2014 Pro MMA debut. 2 inches taller than Bonfim, 6-inch reach advantage. He has outstruck his opponents with 1.21 strikes per minute, plus 170. Maratina, little Murata. So littler than his brother, but he's not. He's up a weight class. One weight class, right? Yeah. Used to fight out. He's 18-1 for Bonfim. 3 knockouts, 13 submissions. He's been knocked out once. 5-1 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight. He last lost November 2023. 1-0 Contender Series, LFA champion formerly. Another one here. Used to fight at 135 and 155. 2014 Pro MMA debut. 5-0 as a boxer, professionally. 7 years younger than Brown. Better grappling stats than Brown. He has outstruck his opponents from 1.01 strikes per minute, minus 178. And Gumby gets to do the main event first this time.
I'm going to go Root Boy to end it.
So am I.
Really? Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Me too. I wasn't expecting either.
We both double faded the Bonfims.
We did. Double fade the Bonfims, baby.
But look, he didn't look good against Wonder Boy. I think he won that fight despite the fact that like a lot of people debate it. Like, I think there's an argument that he won the fight. But like, he didn't look great before that against Ange Lusa. You look at the takedown attempts against Ange Lusa, and they're not really all that great. not getting him down. And, Angelus is having his moments in the grappling. And then like Randy Brown is like kind of a sneaky good wrestler. I think he surprises us all the time with his wrestling. He's really long. His losses in retrospect look kind of good. Like I think we hated on him a little bit when Jack Della Maddalena pieced him up, and it's like, well, the guy's the champ. And so like that, there's that piece of it all. And then like his only other loss is like a weird split decision to Brian Battle, which could have probably gone either way, but like, that's probably a legitimate loss. But his hands are good. We were just talking about like what it takes to knock out Muslim Salikhov. He knocked out Muslim Salikhov. He's the other one, right? With like some pretty sharp striking. I think Randy Brown is kind of chronically underrated here. And I think Bonfim and again, we've sort of seen that, the same thing I mentioned with Ismael is we've sort of seen that just getting too comfortable with where he's at. We definitely saw it in the fight with Wonder Boy, and we saw it a little bit in the fight with Angelusa, a little less so with Chaos Williams, but like he just kind of like is comfortable thinking he's winning the fight. And I don't know how long you can do that to Randy Brown. Oh, it's worth mentioning too, the cardio sex. Like he lost to Nicholas Dalby just by being out cardioed, right? Yeah. If I'm remembering that correctly, he got TKO'd by Nick Dalby just basically by being tired. Like now you're going to fight 5 rounds with a guy who's longer and taller and is going to make you chase. Man, I'd like to see it.
Yeah. I'm taking Rude Boy, as I said, as well. More dangerous, better and more dangerous on the feet with the 6-inch reach advantage, and solid wrestler. Not probably. Bonfim is a better grappler, but Brown has fought plenty of grapplers over his career and survived pretty much against all of them. So, I think Rude Boy is a very nice play here as a dog. All right, let's recap and give you our bonus plays here. We both have Brown. We both have Morales. I have Salikhov. He has Medić. We both have Padilla. We both have Simón. We both have... No, we don't. You have Tulio. I have Duncan. All right. Lightning round. Not lightning round. Locks, dogs, parlays, props, all that fun stuff here. Is it you? Is it me? I think it might be me.
I think it's you, but I think we have the same ones this week.
Really?
That's my prediction.
Who's our lock?
Is it Ricky Simón?
Yeah, that's probably the best line around.
Mine is.
Ricky Simón. I like that. It's probably the best line for a favorite that I like here. So yeah. Do you know my dog?
Yeah, is it Randy Brown?
It was going to be Randy Brown, but I think
with Taco Padilla.
Yeah, I'll take Taco Padilla because I've already written about Randy Brown.
I actually wrote down Taco Padilla for you, but then
Taco Padilla plus 200.
I changed my mind when I saw how excited you were about Randy Brown. I'm going to go Randy Brown. Okay. So we'll differ on that one. I'll take Randy Brown. You take Taco Padilla. We'll be the same on Ricky.
And you know my prop play too? For real?
No, probably not. You can surprise me on that one.
Denise Gomes via decision plus 112. That fight is going. I had that down before we even did yesterday's episode. So
by split decision, fight, maybe dig for a split decision.
If you want to make it even more difficult and like get plus 350 and then go right ahead. But yeah,
you probably get better than 350 if you pick somebody specific on the split too.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You probably get better.
Who you got?
I'm gonna go nuts. You ready for this? I'm gonna take Max Jimenez by submission. I love his submission game. Granted, he is getting a lot of TKOs since he made the crossover to MMA, but it's like the shots are going to be there. Maybe he grabs a guillotine on the 19th shot from Josh Hoke. Him by sub is plus 1,000. I don't know why it's plus 1,000. That's for crazy. A guy who's that good, who subbed Orlando Sanchez. You're going to give me him at plus 1,000? Yeah, I'm going to take that. That's 10-1 right there.
All right. Locks Simón, Brown, and Padilla are the dogs. Jimenez via submission, Gomes via decision are the props. All right, Hungry Man Jong Sumpling coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna do a parlay. I got 2 fights I like here. We mentioned liking Ricky Simón. He is my lock of the week, but I'm also gonna put him in this Hungry Man Jong parlay. I mentioned I kind of think he tires him out and finds a TKO. Raoni Barcelos, I don't think he can keep up with his kind of pace. He's also got the chance to spark him on the feet. Right now, 375 on a Ricky Simón knockout, which I kind of like on its own. Obviously we're doing this for the activity of finding a 10-1 2-fight parlay, but like 375 is definitely playable. And then I'm going to roll that together with Marco Tulio by knockout. I know you don't like that one. I think Tulio is special on the feet. Plus he spent a lot of time in the Apex recently. Did you know that? Marco
No,
Tulio.
why?
Oh, he's Norma Dumont's boyfriend. So he was cornering her and hanging out all week. So he's been there for a couple weeks already. But yeah, I'm gonna take Marco Tulio by knockout as well. That one's 255. And he's flashy on the feet, could catch Chris Duncan. So to put those two together, you're gonna get plus 1586.
Plus 1586. Simón knockout, Tulio knockout, plus 1586. Beautiful. All right, you're all set. You can hit us up in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Hit us up on the YouTube MMA Gambling Podcast. Hit us up on the Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. Check out my Substack, enter my free UFC Pick'em contest, and check out all the stats and stuff that I track over at moneymma.substack.com. Gumby has a podcast called Top Turtle. Tell the people who is on Top Turtle this week.
Yeah, we're chatting with Max Jimenez before his UFC debut, and we're also talking to Sean King, who's a really fun prospect who's going to be fighting at Fury FC 111 this Friday.
And check out our Fury episode of this here podcast a couple episodes ago. And check out all our writing at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. You can check out our store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. You can get bonus content from the bosses, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. And you get more of us come Sunday after Gumby bids you farewell.
All right, I'm David Gumby Vreeland. He's Jeff Taco Fox, and we will see you on Sunday.